The following presentation is by Sam Smith Productions in association with Black and Gold Productions.
Welcome to the live stream. Welcome into the live stream, folks. Welcome to the live commentary. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Carlo, score! The newborn dad! Marshawn across, Coyle scores! Charlie Coyle hits a power play goal. Here's Zaka, shot, score! It's Pavel Zaka! Shattenkirk, Lowry, score! Mason Lowry! Bruins lead 5-4. He scores! The Bruins win! David Pastrnak! The Bruins win Game 7 in overtime!
And now, Sam Smith Productions presents another live commentary of the Boston Bruins on YouTube.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. We have a good one for you as live from TD Garden in Boston. It is the 22-46-10 Chicago Blackhawks against the 32-38-9 Boston Bruins. Oh, let's get into your starting lineups for both teams. A call-up happened for the Bruins, which means somebody else is out of the lineup. Let's take a look. For the Blackhawks, it's Connor Bedard, Oliver Moore, and Ilya Mikheyev. Frank Nazar, Teuvo Teravainen, and Tyler Bertuzzi. Ryan Donato, Philip Kurashev, and Nick Foligno. Joel Veleno, Slaggert, and Pat Maroon. On defense, Vlasic and Rinzel, Del Mastro and Levshinov, Korshinsky and Crevier, with Soderblom in net for the Blackhawks tonight. For the Bruins, it's Lindholm, Geekie, Pastrnak, Middlestat, Zaka, Lysell, Minton, Husnudinov, and Riley Duran making his NHL debut tonight. Johnny Beecher, Cole Koepke, and Jacob Lauko. On defense, Nikita Zadorov and Henry Jokiharju, Mason Lowry and Andrew Peak, Michael Callahan and Parker Wotherspoon, with Jeremy Swayman in net tonight. Those are your starting lineups for both teams. Oh, man. Red Sox are in the 10th inning at the moment. That's what I'm paying attention to. Oh, God. I have been sent a reel. Is Chad awake? No, they're all... I don't know where they all went. They were here, and then they weren't. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. If you have not yet, hit the like button. Red Sox are in the 10th inning, and they throw a strike. Very good. I got to turn on the Bruins, unfortunately. I would like to watch the Red Sox, but I can't. Oh, they're doing awards tonight? $98.5 the Sports Hub Award. Morgan, Jeremy, and Pastrnak got awards? Oh, hello, they're playing AC/DC. Okay. Pasta Geeky and Sway won all the awards. Who, did they give out the 7th player award? I didn't see that. If it wasn't Morgan Geeky, then what are we doing here? With all due respect. One for Hustle, one for Best Home Games, 1 and 3 stars. Oh, okay. Cool. Congratulations to Nikita Zadorov on his wife Alexandra on welcoming a baby boy earlier today. Congratulations to the Zadorovs on that. Which means, you know what that means, chat. Okay. The last time a Bruin had a baby the day of a game, they scored. So you know what that means, guys, right? Nikita Zadorov is scoring tonight. Okay, he is scoring tonight. It has to happen. He is doing something of note tonight in this game, and that most likely means he is scoring. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you missed the plot. You've lost the plot. Okay? Zadorov is scoring a goal tonight. This is a new scoreboard. That's a new open board. The new scoreboard is out. You'll see what I'm talking about tonight. Look, it may look a little bit wider. You'll see. If you haven't seen it before, you know what I'm talking about. Why is chat so quiet today? I don't know, man. Where is everybody? Where are my mods? The lights aren't down at TD Garden. The lights are still up during the anthem. Okay. Hello. What's up, Pinecone? How we doing? Make sure if you have not yet, hit a like button and subscribe to the channel. Beautiful day out here in Edmonton. Yeah, it was nice out today too, but I was gonna call softball today, but the games got canceled because the other team didn't show up. Yeah, I'm taking shots. What are we doing here? All right, here we go. We are underway. Foligno takes the puck and dumps into the zone. Swayman over to Lowry for Minton. Flipped ahead. It's flipped across and into the offensive zone. This puck will come back down. And we have ourselves an icing 24 seconds into this one. Riley Duran's family is there tonight, making his NHL debut with the Bruins tonight. Face-off, one back, but the Blackhawks will get possession. Foligno for Kurashev. Trying to find Donato backdoor, and Peak broke it up. Lowry poke-checked, and the puck comes back to Andrew Peak. Peak ahead, and Morgan Geekie dumps in. Elias Lindholm gets it past Crevier. Pasternak played it past Zadorov. Tyler Bertuzzi going to go race for it. Bertuzzi knocked into by Zadorov. Jokiharju knocks into Teravainen. Korchinski, Bertuzzi, Crevier shoots wide. Teravainen across the goal mouth and wide. Pasternak will carry it into the offensive zone of the backhand and in. Bruins will make a change. Minute 13 in. Which pick will the Bruins get this year? Something in the top 5. Hopefully. Oliver Moore for Connor Bedard. Ilya Mikheyev trying to play it into Bedard. Finds him in the slot. Bedard shot saved by Swayman. Mikheyev. Stick lift. Del Mastro. Waits. Shoots. Saved by Swayman. Wotherspoon can't get it out. Bedard holding in for Chicago. Mikheyev plays it around the net. Here is the Blackhawks. They keep it in at the blue line. Oliver Moore trying to work it to Mikheyev in front, and Swayman with the stop in front. Excuse me. Bedard, the first draft pick 2 drafts ago. And the Bruins will get this out as Beecher wins the draw. Lauko for Koepke, who had a nice goal against the Devils on Tuesday. Shot save by Soderblom. Lauko to the line. Peak shoots and a save by Soderblom. Maroon ahead, broken up there by Lohrei. Lauko will flip it into the zone. Vlasic, or Pickles as I like to call him, gets it out of the zone. If you know, you know. Peak for Lohrei. Cross ice pass. Koepke on the near side flips it in cross ice. Renzel for Alex Vlasic. Moved ahead to flex off Yoki Harju. Husnudinov back to Zadorov. Plays it around. Zadorov's got the dad power. Fraser Minton for Husnudinov. And he gets knocked off the puck by Korchinski. Minton for Husnudinov. How you doing, Duke? As the Blackhawks are going to get the first power play of the game, it's going to be on Minton. And it's going to be a power play for Chicago. As it's going to be a... I'm not sure what it's saying. I don't know why it always says 2-1 then it resets. I'm not sure why it does that, but I'll have to fix that. So Minton in the box for tripping, and the Blackhawks will be on the power play for the first time. Teravainen spins it back, and it goes past Renzel. It comes all the way to Zacha. Zacha looking to center, can't. Zacha in front. Lindholm dangling. He's trying to put it home. Kept out by Soderblom. And he'll have to make a great stop. I love that idea from Lindholm. Man, he just could not execute. Soderblom coming out of his net to make a great save. Look at this play by Lindholm. Zacha centers. Lindholm has the time of day. Trying to go for a little dipsy-do around Soderblom, but Soderblom says no thanks. Oh! Man. So an offensive zone face-off shorthanded for the Bees. Lindholm has 6 career shorthanded goals. He scored 1 this year. Beecher and Koepke with Zadorov and Peak. Frank Nazar wins it. Renzel drops back for Connor Bedard. Teravainen and Bedard play catch. Bertuzzi is offside. Make sure if you have not yet, hit the like button. As the Bruins win the draw. Andrew Peak sends it down into the Blackhawks end. On the far side now is Levshinov. Korchinski for Levshinov. Moved ahead. It's dumped into the zone by Ryan Donato, who I hear by the way, that the Bruins will be highly sought, who will be going after Donato in the offseason. Congratulations to Pat Maroon on announcing his retirement at the end of the season. Oliver Moore for Donato. Lindholm takes it away. Zacha will carry into the neutral zone. Has Yoki Haru. Yoki Haru is offside. .41 seconds to go on the power play for Chicago. One shot so far on the man advantage. Pat Maroon playing on his 8th team in 14 years. Duran wins the draw against Nazar. Not Jarren Duran. That is Riley Duran making his NHL debut tonight. The Red Sox have tied the game at 3 in the 10th inning. Jarren Duran, speaking of, with an RBI single, tying that up at 3. Lauko trying to find Duran. And the Bruins are killing off the penalty quite superbly. Yoki Haru chucks it on net, saved by Soderblom. They'll just throw it into the corner. Final seconds of the power play for Chicago. Teravainen for Frank Nazar. Bruins kill off the penalty. Shot goes across the goal mouth wide. Any relation to Jarren? I don't believe so. Peak for Lowry. For Koepke with Beecher and Minton out of the box. Peak dumps in. Here is Beecher. Around the net to Peak on the near side at the point. Beecher with it. Lindholm walks in, drops back for Pasternak. Geekie will come on for Beecher. Here is Pasternak, has a little bit of space, waits. A shot by Geekie, misses wide of the net. And the puck's going to come out. It's Connor Bedard. Moves it ahead for Mikheyev. Mikheyev's shot blocked by Peak. And that one goes out of play off the deflection. Yeah, so the Red Sox are tied at 3 in the bottom of the 10th inning with 1 down. They have a runner on first and second. Minton will take the draw against Nick Foligno. Face-off is won by Boston. Wotherspoon moves it ahead. Husnudinov pressured there by Foligno. Here is Philip Kurashev. Spins back. Foligno trying to get the pass broken up. Del Mastro for Kurashev and around the net pass. Nick Foligno. Ryan Donato can't play it. Levshinov for Del Mastro. Cuts in front. Kurashev can't play it. Chance in front. Minton, the good stick, breaking up Donato's chance in front. Levshinov shoots and Swayman makes the stop. And then Nick Foligno and Swayman exchanging after the whistle. They're going to go to commercial. Red Sox are on the bottom of the 10th. I'll give you some live coverage of that real quick. They go to commercial. Alright, so here you go. Here is what I know. So Casas got hit. So now the bases are loaded for the Red Sox. Trevor Story, literally a fly ball wins it for the Red Sox. I'm calling 2 games at once. I'm Kevin Harlan. This one's in commercial break. Story takes strike 1. A base hit wins it. A fly ball wins it because Hamilton's on third and he can run. Hamilton on third, Bregman on second, Casas on first. 1 out, 0-1 to Story. The base is loaded. The pitch. 0-2. We got new graphics. We sure do. You'll see him if there's a goal. Trevor Story has 4 grand slams in his career, a triple, 4 doubles, 50 RBIs with the bases loaded. A fly ball wins it. 3-3 in the 10th. The bases are loaded for the Red Sox. We have an 0-2 count to Trevor Story. The Bruins and Blackhawks are in commercial break. 0-2. Ball 1. It's now 1-2 to Story. A walk or a hit by pitch could also win the game for the Red Sox. As they come back from commercial, but I need the Red Sox game to end right here. And they're going to have a mound visit. Oh, that's lame. Lame. Heineman will go out and go talk to Sandlin.
Another anxious evening at Fenway. These low-scoring games. And Sox trying to snap a 3-game skid.
How accurate is Sportsnet? I'm not sure. That's in Canada. Morgan Geekie presented with the Eddie Shore Award. Geekie's having a career year. 53 points, 30 goals on the season. Face-off is won by Boston, but I'm going to call the Red Sox game ball 2. 2-2. Here is Zadorov now. I'm going to call 2 games literally at once. You guys ready for this, chat? You're going to get confused. It's okay. Lysell just ahead of Zaka, right off his stick. Teravainen. Lysell, the great stick lift. Lysell has Zaka. Lysell shoots. Save by Soderblom. What award did Pasta win? I think he won the Home Games Award for best performer in home games. 2-2 to Story. Fouled off.
Back-to-back splitters. He hardly ever throws those to right-handed batters. I'm assuming that's what the mound visit was with Heineman, because going out there...
Is this entertaining to you guys? I have 2 games at once calling at the same time. Face-off is won by the Blackhawks. They get it to center. Donato. Story, a little chopper. He drops it. Red Sox are gonna win the ball game. Trevor Story walks it off. Red Sox win it 4-3 in 10. The Bruins are on NESN Plus, where it says extra innings live. That's where the Bruins are. Trevor Story, a walk-off error, and the...
Get to the second baseman, walk off for the rest of it.
Hey, I was just calling 2 games at once. Kyle's here. What's going on?
You're gonna watch them.
You gonna watch the Bruins for a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Title, damn walk off.
I was calling it live as the Bruins game was happening. I'm calling the Red Sox at the same time. Somebody said their ADHD can't follow 2 games at once. My apologies. Pete gets it in the zone. So we have an NHL debut tonight. Riley Duran, who has had a hell of a season in Providence. Enough Durans in Boston, yes. But Riley Duran, the Woburn native, making his NHL debut tonight, playing with Minton and Husnadinov. Geeky for Pasternak and around the net. Lindholm's got it, trying to work it in front. Can't get it in front to Pasternak, and the Blackhawks will get it ahead. But how you doing, Kyle? Sorry, but I was just saying that I was looking forward to calling as the puck goes out of play. I was looking forward to calling softball, and you're one of the team managers for the team, and then they don't show up. So what happened?
So apparently at 12:15 they sent an email to us, but the email to us was went to the junk mail at 12:15, so
yeah.
They weren't gonna make it. So they did send something, but still.
They should have called.
They should have called, and they didn't answer any calls before the game or anything. Which is not even just the coach to answer the call, but the head people.
The SID, AD.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, that's dumb. That's dumb.
Hopefully we can make up the game because we want to play them because they're not too strong.
Yeah. I was doing prep last night, and I looked at Fisher's stats and laughed.
The weather wasn't terrible.
It was really cool. It was a really good day for softball too. It was 50. It was sunny. It was really nice out. The wind wasn't too bad, so it wasn't insufferable out there. Was looking forward to it and everything.
Yeah.
Man, I was pumped as the Bruins iced the puck. Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to it, man. Damn. But anyway, yeah. So Blackhawks have possession of the offensive zone, and I'm watching Trevor Story with a walk-off error.
I couldn't believe it was ground ball to second, 1 out, bases loaded. They couldn't do it yesterday.
Nope.
They're trying to do it today.
Yeah, I don't know. I have an updated score bug for tonight. It's going to be the rest of the way this season. There won't be full screen goal animations anymore. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's actually goal animations on the Scorebug now. Del Mastro for Maroon. A shot by Levshunov. Trickles through and Wotherspoon saved the goal. Parker Wotherspoon saves a goal. That's a great job by Wotherspoon. That stick, the backhand, he got it away. Del Mastro shoots. Maroon puts it wide on the rebound. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Here is Jacob Lauko dumping in on the backhand.
It's always funny to see Lauko's back after getting traded away.
He got traded to Minnesota. Oh, no, he got traded to Minnesota for Vinny Lettieri. They got him back for and Husnadinov for Brazo. Nazar for Bertuzzi's shot broken up there by Zadorov, the new dad. Chance in front, Yokoharu knocks it aside. Zadorov, Nikita and his wife had a baby boy this morning, which means he's scoring tonight. Middlestat into Zaka, past Fabian Lysell. Lysell trying to get it back to Middlestat, can't. Yeah, good for Zaddy. Goal incoming, yeah. I called it like I did with Brandon Carlo last year. That's one of my most legendary predictions. Zadorov with a huge hit on Oliver Moore. What's up? He almost dumped him right into the Blackhawks bench, Pat Maroon style last year in Game 1 against the Leafs in that first round series. Lorai for Peak off Riley Duran's stick. Mikheyev trying to play it, the former Leaf himself. He remembers that series pretty well. Peak ahead for Duran. He chips it in the zone. Marat Husnadinov trying to battle for it there against Crevier. Which, by the way, I had to look up 5 of the 6 Blackhawks defensemen tonight. I had to legitimately look them up because the only Blackhawks defenseman I had heard of was Alex Vlasic. Pickles. No, he got traded to Florida. They go to commercial. 9:45 to go. He got traded to Florida for back at the deadline. I guarantee if I haven't heard of him, you haven't heard of him. Vlasic and Rinzel.
I know Vlasic.
Yeah.
Pickles.
Yeah, Pickles. Del Mastro and Levshunov, Korchinski and Crevier.
No, I only know Vlasic.
This is the Rockford Ice Hogs defensive unit. That's what that is. Yikes. He's running TV timeout.
That's the most stereotypical commercial. Bruins fan.
What? Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Oh, Paul Bissonnette. Jesus Christ. With DraftKings. Yeah. So they scored it as a walk-off.
Error.
It would have been an E4.
My team lost 6-1 today.
See,
So I'm excited to be 2-10 when we're playing the Red Sox tomorrow. How fun.
oh yeah, we're playing you guys this weekend.
And next weekend. Well, I'll be there.
Right.
I'll be there next weekend, everyone.
He's going to the game next Sunday
If
at
I'm
Fenway.
watching it and there's a foul ball, maybe I'll get on. Probably not.
So they're ruling it a walk-off fielder's choice. So he grounded out, second to first, Hamilton scores. So it was a 4-3 fielder's choice to end the game. But he bobbled it.
Oh,
So
yeah, I forgot because he got him out.
yeah, but it didn't matter. The game was over. So now they switched it. So now I got to go over to the other game and watch the Bruins over there because they're just showing the Red Sox now. Because the Red Sox post-game coverage. What is going on, man? Okay, finally. Okay, I thank God I didn't miss anything. Bedard and Fraser Minton. Yeah. Minton had a nice goal the other night against the Devils. He had a nice little goal. So. Morgan Geeky. And for Elias Lindholm, and he'll get it off. Morgan Geeky skating in the zone. Yeah, this is... Uh-oh, Pasternak forcing a turnover. Lindholm scores!
Yeah.
Elias Lindholm, and the Bruins have a 1-0 lead. I think Pasternak may have knocked that in. Bruins lead 1-0 in the first period. Elias Lindholm to David Pasternak for the goal. And Pasternak with his 101st point on the season. With 9:21 left in the first. Yeah, it went off. I think it went off Pasternak. I think it did. He'll get a point anyway because he got an assist on it. So it'll be either Lindholm or Pasternak's goal. We'll check the scoring on it. Yeah. You still get a point.
Second overtime loss.
The pity point. Yes. Lysell for Middlestad ahead for Zaka. I still think they got to adapt the PWHL's scoring points rules. 3-2-1-0. 3 for a regulation win, 2 for an overtime or shootout win, 1 for an overtime or shootout loss, and 0 for a regulation loss. Because it makes winning in regulation mean more. Instead of trying to just go to overtime and get a free point. You know? Like, why try to get 2 when you can get 3 and win in overtime, which makes, like, the final 30 seconds of games actually mean something, you know? Bettman will never allow it. I know. And it sucks, because if I were in charge and I had a say in things, that's what I would do. I'd also erase reviews for offsides. That's what I would review. That's what I'd erase, too. Goals to try to review if the play was offside, I'd erase that review. Or put, like, a limit on it, like 30 seconds after you enter the zone, offside is null and void because it's on your defense for not getting it out of the zone. Bedard, Mikheyev shot, save Swayman with a kick save. Bedard out to Levshinov, Ilya Mikheyev. Here is Bedard. I called his first NHL goal the last time this team was in this building, back in October of 23. Which is crazy that the Blackhawks haven't played in TD Garden in a year and a half. That's because they have the rule where the Blackhawks just took it out of their own zone. Okay, the rule where every team has to play each other once in each building. They're calling Pasternak to get the goal on that. Sabres lead 2-0 on the Blue Jackets. That's good for the Bruins, actually. For if you're on the tank wagon at the moment. A shot there is blocked. Duran pokes it, trying to get to Husnudinov. Whips it over to Wotherspoon. Moved ahead through Riley Duran, who's had a great season down in Providence. We saw him score on Friday.
Yep, 4-0.
Providence against Charlotte. Husnudinov. Yeah, it was a great time. The referee fell over. Callahan, Wotherspoon shot goes wide. Callahan got his first NHL goal against the Devils on Tuesday. A lot of milestone nights. Geeky got to his first 30-goal season. Pasternak, 100 points. We have an icing. Lysell got his first ever point. Callahan got his first goal. Minton his first goal as a Bruin. So, let's see, did it hit Pasternak at all? I think it went off his shoulder. It went off his butt.
Or else it would have been off target.
Good aim, Elias. It hit Pasternak right in the butt cheek. As the Bruins have possession, here comes Pasternak. Trying to find Geeky, and it's intercepted by Joe Veleno. And Veleno will flip it in the zone. Jokiharju for David Pasternak. Pasternak enters the zone. To the line, Jokiharju for Pasternak. Spinning off his defender. Jokiharju from the line. Shot. Tipped just over the net. What did you just walk into? Oh, was I talking about a butt goal? Yeah, sorry. Elias, so Pasternak scored and it went off his button in the net.
Yeah, so he got the most. That's a lucky goal.
Pasternak got his 42nd goal of the season. So, third ever Bruin to have 100 points in 3 straight seasons, joining Bobby Orr and Phil Esposito. Pasternak also has the second most 100-point seasons in Bruins history, with 6. So, the NHL's version of a butt fumble.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez.
Hey, I was watching that game live when that happened. That was great. That was great. Wouldn't be surprised if Bill Daley moves up to commissioner once Bettman retires. Oh, yeah. They that's coming. That's coming soon. Hurricanes and Capitals getting going here in just a minute, and so will Rangers Islanders. The Rangers cannot lose in any way to the Islanders tonight, or else the Rangers are out.
Yeah. No, Canadians, even Canadians win tomorrow.
7 of the 8 spots.
Yeah, Canadians just win 1 game.
Yeah.
Because they're 8 points ahead, and
Yeah, they can't afford to lose, so.
even if the Rangers win, they'll still be 8 points ahead. If they win.
I saw the news about Chaz Lucius being forced to retire. Ehlers drone syndrome. 21-year-old prospect for the Jets. Being forced to retire. We do have a playoff matchup confirmed. Devils Hurricanes. That is a first-round matchup that is officially confirmed for the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs coming up, starting up next weekend. Which the Bruins will not be in for the first time since the 2015-16 season.
Yeah, because they're so low points.
Yeah, the Capitals have the Metro locked up. They're the only team to win their division so far.
107 points. Toronto with 100. Winnipeg 110.
Jets have not won the division yet because technically the Stars can win the division still.
Only 4 points back.
The Stars have, with a generational collapse against the Canucks a few nights ago. Middle stat for Lysell in front off Zaka. And that puck's still available. Peak will keep it in. But, yeah, 3 goals. 3 goals given up in the final minute and then losing in overtime. That is the funniest way to lose I've ever seen.
Yeah, so 2 playoff teams, or 2 teams will make the playoffs next year that missed it this year. Utah Hockey Club and the Bruins.
If the Bruins spend their money right, they absolutely can compete next year. They absolutely can. We've seen little signs of it. And then Utah, they're like the fact they didn't make it this year is a shame because they're ready. Lysell takes the puck from Levshinov. Minson puts it in. Husnadinov takes it away in front for Minson. Can't get it. Callahan shot saved by Soderblom.
Think about how many players have off at the end of their name.
Zadorov, Husnadinov. Yeah.
What are OBs? Not you.
How the heck could someone put Pasternak as the 13th best player in the NHL? Yeah, that list is invalid. Pasternak's a top 5 player in the league. Yeah, so Kevin Korchinski was being backtracked behind his own net, and Lysell with a good stick lift, and then taking the body, and then forcing a chance on net to try to get a draw. That's actually pretty good from Lysell. Jokiharju's shot misses wide. Pasternak pressured there by Crevier. Bedard for Oliver Moore, who I had also never heard of before today's game. I guess I just don't watch the Blackhawks. Can you blame me? I already watched one crappy hockey team. I don't want to watch another. Although I watched the Sharks. Okay. Jokiharju for David Pasternak. Oh, they just announced Don Sweeney's going to join during the second period on commentary for the first bit. Oh, boy.
Who's projected first overall for a player?
Matthew Schaefer. He is going to be a really good defenseman. But honestly, whoever gets the first pick, they're going to go based off need. Because there's like... No, there's like 4 or 5 players that could go first right now. Like Hagens, Misa, Schaefer, Frundell. Misa, Hagens, or Frundell is something the Bruins need. The Bruins need a top forward. They don't really need a defenseman. They need a forward who is NHL ready. Minton, working it in, trying to work it out in front. Fires one on net, saved by Soderblom on a chance from Minton. I did not stop the clock. I thought I did. If you're wondering, I'll be cheering for the Los Angeles Kings in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And out of the East, the Capitals, maybe? Duran's shot just missed over the net. I mean, the Stars are fine. Minton's shot just goes wide. Husnadinov's got it. No Vinny Lettieri tonight as we have a stoppage, as we have a penalty on Chicago here.
Surprised no one in chat asked me how I'm holding up after we lost Patrick Brown today.
Oh, yeah, Patrick Brown. That's his
He got
favorite
sent
player.
down. No one asked me.
Bruins go to the power play for the first time tonight, trying to take a 2-0 lead. It's going to be Artem Levshinov for hooking. F's in the chat for Kyle since he lost Patrick Brown. Yeah. Lindholm will take this draw against Foligno. Lindholm wins it back. Lohrei shot, saved the rebound. Geeky in front, and Foligno takes it away and clears it. Why the Kings, Sam? Why? Well, the Kings have always been my favorite team that's not the Bruins. Before, because of the Manchester Monarchs. I went to go to their games all the time. Pasternak almost had a break, but just couldn't get the feed from Middlestat. Puck played around the net. Middlestat to the line. Lohrei keeps it in. Center point. Geeky in front trying to find Lindholm. Can't. Nazar tied up there by Pasternak. Rinzel for Nick Foligno. Ahead for Frank Nazar. He'll dump it in the zone. The Blackhawks will finish a change. Yeah, so I have a legitimate reason for cheering for the Kings. Lohrei turns it over. Teravainen shot, save by Jeremy Swayman. That was dangerous. Lohrei throwing the puck away. Yeah, that's a thing that Lohrei needs to work on. It's his first full year in the National Hockey League. Those types of plays can't happen because he's got to read where the players are coming. Teravainen was skating right at him. Morgan Geeky, a little shaken up there. That's not good. Zacha, Zadorov trying to throw it in front. Can't. Husnadinov, Zacha, Lysell with Zadorov and Jokiharju. That's your second unit. Lysell for Zacha. Zadorov, shot, save Soderblom. Lysell to the line, Zadorov at the center point. Lysell near side wing. Husnadinov in the corner, back to Lysell. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Zacha in front, back to Lysell. Shot knuckles over the net. Crevier will try to clear, and he will. And Swayman will leave it for Wotherspoon. Under 10 seconds to go on the power play. They're going to kill this one off. Unsuccessful. Back to even strength. The Blackhawks are going to get their man out of the box. It's Levshinov. Bedard for Levshinov. Waits, kills his own angle. Rinzel shot just wide. Callahan will just thwart this out to center. Yeah, the Red Sox did beat the Blue Jays. Yes, they did on a walk-off. Final minute of the first period here in Boston. Bruins lead 1-0 as the puck deflects just over Korpisalo and up and out of play. Yeah. By the way, don't be surprised, okay? The Bruins are going to try to use the art of offer sheets this summer on restricted free agents. I'll tell you what. If the Bruins are smart and they really want to compete, Will Cooley or Matthew Nye sounds like a good guy the Bruins would want on their team. Logan Cooley. one of Utah's top guys. The Bruins might want to offer sheet Nyes. They might. They could.
Free agent this year. Who's the players the Bruins are going to be free?
What's that?
What Bruins are going to be free agents this offseason?
Geeky, which I think they're definitely gonna re-sign him. Shot there, saved by Swayman. Lohrei, they're gonna re-sign him. Levshunov shoots, blocked by Lindholm. Shot by Levshunov, saved by Swayman again. Bedard for Ryan Donato, former Bruins draft pick. I think that he might be targeted by the Bruins this summer if he does not re-sign in Chicago. Del Maestro. Here is Moore, spins back under 30 seconds to go in the period. Here is Pasternak, moves it ahead, has Minson trying to find him, can't. There's something flying across the screen. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Donato trying to curl and shoot, and he misses wide on the near side. Puck comes out. Lindholm trying to send Pasternak on a breakaway, could not get it to him. We have a stop with 1.6. If you want Marner, you don't know hockey. Yeah, I don't know if I want Marner. Great player, does not play the Bruins game, in my opinion. Matthew Nyes could be fun. But the Bruins could trade. The Bruins, if they were smart, they might look at Bedard. If the Blackhawks, I think he wants a trade out of Chicago, so you never know. 1.6 to go in the period. Bruins have a goal from Pasternak. Blackhawks win the draw, and that is going to do it for the first period. But the Bruins grab a 1-0 lead on a goal for Pasternak. We're going to hear from the GM during the start of the second period. So. Oops. That's not what that is. That's not what that's supposed to be. You weren't supposed to see that part. Okay. There you go. What PR nonsense is Sweeney going to say now? Yeah. I asked that myself.
Why are you going to get booed when you try to get
What?
You're going to get booed while being interviewed.
Yeah, right. The Rangers have a 1-0 lead on the Islanders. Goal for Mika Zibanejad is 18th. Miller and Cooley on the assists. This is another new graphic we have. It's the new the new intermission graphic we got on the screen. There you go. You'll be seeing these for Red Sox games this summer. So, might be maybe Sweeney announcing his retirement. Yeah, right. He wouldn't announce that on Nesson. It'll come out in a PR public statement. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys, I'm resigning. You know, I did a lot for me, but this year was just too bad.
I wish. Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's the post on the Red Sox winning. There's that. Go Jays, go. Well, congratulations. Parker, you won the series, but the Red Sox win the final battle. So, ha. I can't talk bad about the Blue Jays because technically they're my employer. So. But ha-ha, the Red Sox won the final game. Everything looks more polished and more professional. I try. I try. Man. Yeah, we can run. Let's actually run through who the free agents are,
See that? That'd be good.
so you can actually see who the Bruins are.
And tell me like who the restricted ones are, who's the UFAs.
What word did you get in my head that I like the Jays? Oh no, on the fly in chat, his name's also Parker. Sorry guys. Whoops. All right. Morgan Geeky's a free agent. The Bruins are re-signing him. They're not going to let him go. Beecher. Not sure. Not sure.
Johnny Beecher.
I've said this on the podcast a couple of times on the Black and Gold Hockey podcast, which will be Saturday at noon this week. I've said that it's probably a put up or shut up year for Beecher next year. He might get a 1-year deal at $1 million just to say, hey, go out there and see if you can go out there and see if you deserve a contract or not. I don't know. Husnudinov, he'll re-sign. Lauko will get re-signed. Lettieri will re-sign. Kepke, yikes, I don't know. I want him to. I like Kepke's game. If he's willing to take league minimum, maybe $800,000, sure. Yoki Haru, I would not mind bringing him back. I like him with Zadorov on the right side. I like him there. Lohrei, that's a no-brainer. Wotherspoon. I like him. I like him for his defense. I think he's going to want a top 6 spot somewhere else, as he should. So I'm going to go with no. And plus, even if it's a 7th defenseman situation, Callahan hasn't beat anyway in that spot. So Mitchell, he'll re-sign for Providence purposes. Callahan will re-sign. Swayman and Korpisalo are both under contract. They might trade Korpisalo. That might be.
What do you think they would get for a goalie?
I don't know.
Who would be a good
I think
fit?
they're going to trade him for picks at the draft, to be honest with you. I think there's a team that could bite.
Call up a goalie?
Well,
See your DiPietro for next year? Do you want to actually have like NHL starter level player?
no. DiPietro is NHL ready. The fact he's the only reason he's in the AHL is because he's with the Boston Bruins. They have really good goalie depth. He's going to be with Boston if they re-sign him. Wahlstrom, they're going to re-sign him. I think they will. Merkulov. I am really hoping that he comes back, but I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to want out. So,
He's going to want probably more money than the Bruins will give him.
not even that. I just think he wants an NHL spot. He hasn't been given a fair shot in the NHL. I don't think he's going to come back. Farinacci, yes, will re-sign. Jackson Nelson will re-sign. Kuntar will re-sign. Kyle, Patrick Brown.
Resign.
I think he's going to re-sign. He's the captain of the Providence Bruins. I think he's going to re-sign. He's better in Providence. Tyler Pitlick's going to re-sign. Tufte, 20 goals in Providence. I can see a world where we get the two-way deal. I could see a world where that happens. Daniil Missiel, that was a throw-in to try to get rid of McLaughlin. I don't know. Drew Bavaro, maybe. DiPietro, yes.
Promotion.
Bussy, no. I don't think Bussy re-signs. I don't think the Bruins want to bring back Bussy. I don't think he's going to want to come back to the organization after getting screwed over. Because they traded Bussy. They traded Olmark, okay, to the Senators. And the assumption was that Bussy would be the backup to Swayman, right? That was the assumption. And then we find out the return, and we find out that Jonas Korpisalo's coming back.
He was pissed.
Yep. Bussy's not going to... And Bussy did not like that. I know for a fact he didn't. I guarantee he was probably like, the fuck? I went from being the NHL backup to being an AHL backup now because DiPietro has outplayed me and outshined me all season long? What the hell's going on here?
Now it's like basically like a fourth string.
Yeah. So So yeah, he's the fourth goalie in the system now.
What about some other? Let's go over some other free agents that
Across the league?
Across the league.
Okay.
Who could be a good possible fit.
Cool.
That fits in, like,
Let's do it. I'll read you off some top names. Mitch Marner. He will not be signing in Boston. Stop it. I could see a world where he could, but the Bruins he's gonna want way too much money. No. From what I'm hearing about DiPietro, though, I hear the Bruins and DiPietro are already in contract talks about an extension. So stay tuned for that. Matt Duchene, no. Again, like the player, don't think he would want to come to Boston. John Tavares is re-signing in Toronto, so no. Michael Granlund, no. Nikolai Ehlers. This is a guy that I've kept my eyes on for a couple years, and I've always said, I said this after the 21-22 season, that Nikolai Ehlers plays the game that I want on my team. So, I would not be shocked if Ehlers does not re-sign in Winnipeg. If he walks on July 1st, I could see a world where the Bruins are going to take a swing at Ehlers, for sure. Ryan Donato, I think he signs with the Bruins.
So free agency opens up
July 1st. That's when free agency opens up. Yeah. Ryan Donato, I think, will come to the Bruins if he does not re-sign in Chicago. Patrick Kane, no. 10 years ago, absolutely. Now, no. Brock Nelson re-signs in Colorado. Sam Bennett re-signs in Florida. Again, I'd like him on the Bruins. I probably think... Look, I don't like Sam Bennett.
You hate him.
I said that about Pat Maroon, too, and now I respect him because he's played for the team, and I actually saw how he played every night.
Give him a guy a chance, right?
Right. Brock Besser. I would give Brock Besser a look if he does not re-sign in Vancouver. The Canucks are blowing it up big time, right? So, I don't know. Claude Giroux, no. Brad Marchand.
Yes, bring him back. Maybe he's going to second round pick.
Here we go. Here's the conversation that nobody wants to have. Brad Marchand, in my opinion, is not re-signing with the Bruins this summer.
No.
I don't think he is. I don't think Marchand is going to want to come back after being left out high and dry like that. I think he'll sign a one-day contract at the end of his career and retire as a Bruin.
Still got some years left in him.
At the end of his career, is what I said. I'm not saying that the end of his career is this season, although it very well could be.
He is getting old.
He is 36, so...
I feel like he's got till he's 38 and then he retires.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Kyle Palmieri, no.
Yeah, Islanders.
Nope. I don't think he'll be coming to the Bruins, although he is a Bruins killer. He's scored like a ridiculous amount of goals against the Bruins. It's honestly ridiculous. Jamie Benn, no. Too old. Pius Suter. I'd be intrigued, but they already kind of have that in Patra, and he's a little younger.
Ryan Suter's better.
All time? Yes. Ryan Suter is also like 10 or 15 years older than Pius Suter. Evgeny Dodonov. No. Taylor Hall.
Oh, reunion.
I'd be intrigued if he's not willing to get $6 million again. If he's willing to take a pay cut. Because he did say in an interview that he misses playing for the Bruins. He did say that. He misses Boston. So...
He left the Bruins for the Blackhawks.
He didn't want to leave. He was traded.
I know.
Because they
I'm
tried. Okay, let me get this straight. I'm so upset at this. They traded Taylor Hall to try to re-sign Tyler Bertuzzi.
And then left him to go to a rival.
What kind of? This is what you do. You re-sign Bertuzzi before trading Hall first. What are you doing?
And he left to Toronto.
And he went to Toronto, yeah, and now he's playing for Chicago again. Anyway. Neil Pionk, no. Although, he would be a good replacement for Yoki Haru. No. Roslovic, no. Riley Smith, that'll be funny. No. Jonathan Drouin, no. Matt Grzelcyk, that's a hell no.
Ew. Don't want that name ever.
X, I'm throwing the X up. Hell no, stop that. Aaron Ekblad, I love him on the Bruins. No.
Good Panther, right?
Yeah, he's their captain. No. Eric Robinson, like, Christian Dvorak could be fun, but no. Marcus Johansson, that's another former Bruin. He was on the 2019 team. He was a rental. Got him from the Devils. It was the same year we got Coyle, who scored the game winner in the shootout against Vegas the other night. Provorov, no. Although that would fit the Bruins model of controversial hockey players. Anyway, Kuzmenko, I'd love him on the team. I would love an Andrei Kuzmenko. A cheaper version of Jake DeBrusk. Would love that type of player on the team, but that's not going to happen. James Van Riemsdyk. How about that, Kyle? James Van Riemsdyk.
JVR. Flyer and Bruin.
And now a Blue Jacket. Also a Leaf at one point, too, for a few years. Iafallo, I've always liked him. Won't be a Bruin. Victor Olofsson could be fun. Yeah. Mangiapane, no. Brendan Saad, yeesh, I don't know. Dmitry Orlov. Ha. Ha. Now he's on the Hurricanes. 2 years at 7.75. He got the Lindholm deal, but like 5 less years. Crazy. Justin Brazo's a free agent.
Talk about being slow.
Ugh. Yikes.
He did get a goal, though, in his first career game, which was really cool to hear. I was in the car and heard on the radio. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Ryan Lindgren will be a full circle moment if they were to try to bring him back. The Bruins drafted him, then traded him for Rick Nash. Nice one, Sweens. Anyway. Mason Appleton. I'd be intrigued. Just scrolling through. Oh, Craig Smith's on here. Ugh. Anyway. No thanks. Those are just some of the free agents that are available. Unrestricted free agents. Now, if we're doing restricted free agents, right? If we're doing restricted free agents, then that would be a whole nother can of worms. Who could be offer sheeted? I don't know. Oh, we already done the intermission? Holy crap, second period's about to start. Wow. Well, that was a good time killer.
See, that was fun.
That was useful. Besser, Bennett, and Nyes. I would say Ehlers over Bennett because I think Ehlers would bring a better game to the Bruins at a cheaper price than Bennett would. But Bennett would be a good player for the Bruins team, I think, for sure. Anyway. Intriguing. Because the Bruins can compete if they fill out their roster and they actually do it right. They actually can compete next year. They have the money to. They just got to put it in the right.
And then
How much?
time to look real quick on the salary caps just for that.
Yeah, I can.
See who the Bruins have and then see who the top 5 are. Curious to see who has the most money to spend and see if they actually will spend it.
They have 16 right now. 25, 26. They'll have probably about, I'm going to guess about 25 or 30 million, to be honest with you. About 25 or, yeah. Oh, this guy. Enemy number 1. Ugh. Screw you, Sweeney. Screw you. Man, I really don't like you. He's just talking about the organization. I absolutely do not like you.
What if he stays for next year.
He's going to, unfortunately. Yeah, they should. He shouldn't, but he's going to. They're not going to fire him.
You just think they won't because of respect for how he's done the past
Yeah.
years?
Second period is underway. Bruins will have possession in their own zone. Riley Duran gets this out of the zone. I didn't get an update on Morgan Geekie during the intermission. When I do get one, I'll let you know.
Look on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, probably. Duran plays it around Minton. Or I can just check the BNG Slack chat. I'll find out there if he's coming back to the game or not. I think he's fine. But he did not take a shift the rest of the first period after getting banged up on the power play. Minton puts it in deep. Yeah, Geekie took a hit in the first period and didn't return to the ice in that period, so. Minton shot, glove saved by Soderblom. Oh yeah, Don Sweeney just said the season's a failure. Yep. Guess whose fault that is? Anyway. Guess whose fault that is? Ay, ay, ay.
Take more responsibility.
Yeah. Lysell trying to throw it in front. Bertuzzi knocks it away. Lysell out there with Zaka and Casey Middlestat on the second line. Casey Middlestat is a pickup from the deadline that I've actually really enjoyed. I've always liked his game as we have a stop. Puck was played with a high stick, so they'll stop play. Florida ties it. I have really enjoyed watching Casey Middlestat play every night. He brings a little bit of stability in the middle of the ice, which is something that Coyle didn't have in the back half of his Bruins tenure, so. And he actually wins faceoffs a little more than Coyle does, so that's nice. I like Coyle, don't get me wrong, but Middlestat is just a nice little ad. Lysell for Middlestat. Enters the zone. Zaka in the slot, shot over the net. Gets the rebound. I think Soderblom may have got a piece, not sure. Zadorov over to Yoki Haru through Middlestat's legs into Zaka down low. To the line. Yoki Haru, shot blocked. Middlestat has goals in back-to-back. And Zadorov will move this ahead. Stretch pass. There's Morgan Geekie, so he's fine. So, I like Pavel Zaka more on the left wing now than he's the Bruins ice. The Blackhawks ice the puck. They've moved Zaka off center and moved him to the left wing. It actually opens up his game to play more of his offensive game and don't have to worry about being a bumper or anything.
You talked about the youth and you used the word leadership, and leadership is so critical.
So,
For the development of the youth.
just ready for the Bruins season to end. 3 more games. They play tonight, Sunday against the Penguins, and on Tuesday against New Jersey to end the season. So we'll come back down into the Bruins' end. It was off Callahan's stick, no icing. Wotherspoon. Here is Pasternak. Just gets knocked off the puck by Mikheyev. Here is Rinzel pressured by Pasternak. Rinzel will spin off, and he'll move it ahead. He'll get it in the zone. That puck takes a bounce and goes up and out of play. My friend just texted me, your favorite's in the booth, and I just sent back, boo! Yeah.
him or Heimblum?
Well, at least Heimblum spent. At least Sweeney has spent money, right? Just Heimblum just didn't, right? He was literally one of the cheapest GMs in baseball. Besides your team.
That's the cheapest you can get.
In Oakland. But when it comes to major markets, he was the cheapest one of the bunch. Oof. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Imagine who the Red Sox could have gotten if Heim wasn't the GM. Oh my God, we could have re-signed Schwarber. Anyway, who just hit another home run for the Phillies tonight? Schwarber is red hot. Well, if Castellanos homered, check on your loved ones. You laugh. I'm not kidding. That's usually all that happens. Whenever he hits a home run, something bad happens. Duran plays it around to the line. Lowry for Peak. His shot blocked there by Slaggert. What's up? Slaggert. Slaggert. Minton working against Joe Veleno, acquired from the Red Wings in the Peter Mrazek and Craig Smith deal. Lowry intercepted by Pat Maroon. He has a Slaggert 2-on-1. Onside somehow, not really sure how, and Peak with a stick tying up Slaggert. And the Bruins get this all the way down to the Blackhawks end. Del Mastro for Nick Foligno, who is now the captain of the Chicago Blackhawks. Shot there by Levshunov is stopped by Swayman. Marcus Foligno. All-time Nick Foligno, but right now it's Marcus Foligno. But Nick Foligno's the captain for a reason. He's going to talk until the first commercial break. That's usually what they do when they have these guests on. Well, yeah. About the 13-minute mark, usually, is when they have their first commercial. Zaka for Lysell gets knocked down by Foligno as he gets it in deep. Levshunov through Del Mastro. Chopped in front. Middlestat. Zaka too much passing. Middlestat's got to shoot that puck there. Gotta shoot that puck.
Too unselfish.
Sometimes you just gotta shoot the puck and hope it goes in, right? Even if it doesn't go in, it's a quality chance on net. Nothing wrong with that. Kurashev takes it away. Yeah. Red Sox are committing a little too many errors, but they'll work on that as the season goes on. Lysell onside. Nice cut to the outside, getting away from the defense. Levshunov for Frank Nazar. Wotherspoon gets this out to center. Kevin Korchinski for Teuvo Teravainen, former Hurricane. For Bertuzzi. Gets it around the net. Yeah, the puck goes out of play. They're talking about it now, so I'll talk about it. Providence Bruins assistant coach Matt Thomas just accepted a head coaching job at the Rochester Institute of Technology. So he'll be going off to be the head coach at the end of the season. So he'll be, yeah, but I believe he's still going to be with the Providence Bruins organization through the playoff run. So we're yeah, because Ryan Mouginel, Bruins Providence head coach, is on a leave right now due to a family issue. I think he'll be back soon. We're having a watch party in here tomorrow for Providence and Hartford. That's tomorrow, right? 7 o'clock at the XL Center in Hartford. Peak enters the zone. Trying to spin it into Lauco, who had a nice goal against the Devils on Tuesday. So. Rinzel, Beecher, the poke check. Teravainen for Alex Vlasic. Or Pickles. Bertuzzi has Bedard trying to find him, and it's broken up there by Lohrei.
At this juncture of the season. Well, I'm looking for habits and really compete, to tell you the truth. Now, we'd like to make sure the execution...
Lohrei pass broken up.
Some milestones in New Jersey feel good about
Crazy that it's playoffs for the P Bruins already. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Bedard shot. Glove save by... Oh, you are staying this weekend?
If I wasn't, I could go to that game. It's $40 to get in the door.
It's not surprising. 4-0 Rangers at the end of one. Good lord.
Oh.
Well, Rangers are still alive after tonight.
But once the Canadians win, they are out.
I will check that. I don't know if that's
It has
correct.
to be because
I don't believe that's correct. Hold on a
they
minute.
have 4 games, right? Each game's 2 points. 2, 4, 6, 8. If they lose, they have 3 games left. And then if the other team wins, they're still at 8 points ahead of them.
Okay, wait a minute.
But the Rangers.
Montreal does not play tonight.
No, it's tomorrow.
Montreal plays tomorrow. Yes, but the Rangers can be eliminated tonight with a loss. But if
I'm just saying
Montreal's playing Ottawa tomorrow, that game is huge. Because both of them are in the wild
I'm
card
saying
spots.
no matter what, though.
Yeah.
If the Canadians win, even if the Rangers win tonight.
Yeah, but the Rangers have to win to stay alive, and they gotta hope Montreal keeps losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need Montreal to lose out.
Blue Jackets will be eliminated tonight with a regulation loss versus Buffalo. And the Sabres are beating the Blue Jackets 2-1 in the second period. Red Wings and Panthers are tied at 1. I thought I updated that. Hurricanes lead the Capitals 2-0 in the first. Rangers have a 4-0 lead on the Islanders at the end of 1. Jets and Stars, that's a banger of a hockey game going on right now. That game is scoreless in the first. The Panthers just scored again. 2-1 Florida goal for Mackie Samoskevich. That's a hell of a name, by the way. What's that? You're excited for Providence Bruins streams? Yeah. Stay tuned about that. There might be a little bit of switch of the way we do it. Stay tuned. Well, we're going to talk more, and we'll have an announcement about that coming up soon. There might be a different way of doing it. Duran gets it in the zone. Played around. Zadorov keeps it in just inside the line. Duran looking for that first NHL point. Yoki Haru. Bedard, good stick taken away from Yoki Haru. What's that?
His name is Duran.
Duran. Hungry like the Wolves. Oliver Moore gets in and around the net. Wotherspoon for Callahan. Callahan gets knocked down. Middlestat for Lysell. Puck comes back to Middlestat. Enters the zone. Waiting. Shooting. And a save by Soderblom. Puck rolling. Mikheyev gets this out. Hopping on it is Crevier. And it's taken away there by Wotherspoon. Lysell. Across, and Wotherspoon whips it in. Big win for the Toronto last night. Oh, chance for Middlestat, shot over the net. Did they beat Tampa last night? Is that what happened? Yeah, I think so. I think they beat Tampa. Big win for the Red Sox. So yeah, they beat. Oh no, Nick Foligno has a breakaway in his old building. He scores in his old building. Nick Foligno ties it at 1. Definitely could have had that. For sure. Foligno now trying to throw it in front. It's broken up. Morgan Geekie ahead for Elias Lindholm for David Pastrnak. Trying to throw it in front for Geekie. Couldn't get it to him. Yoki Haru. Back out top. Pastrnak shoots. Saved by Soderblom. The rebound is popped up in the air. And Del Mastro will get it away. This will be a icing here against Chicago. Lindholm's got good odds to score a goal. Jesus. Or even Middlestat, 290 odds. That's not bad. Lindholm will take the draw against Nick Foligno. Foligno wins the draw. Bruins pinch and keep it in. It's Yoki Haru. Puck trying to get to Geekie. Del Mastro tying him up. Geekie takes it from him. To the line, Yoki Haru for Zadorov. Fires one on net, over the net. Nick Foligno gets this puck out. This will be another Chicago icing. And the same guys are trapped out there again. I like this chance from Middlestat. Just missed over the net. Beecher, Koepke, and Lauko with Lohrei and Peak out there for the Bees. The Bruins have had 5 chances in the period. What they call as chances are point-blank opportunities on the net from at least, from the max, 20 feet away, I think. I think that's the rule for what they rule a scoring chance. Kurashev for Donato. Spins off a Koepke. Donato shot saved. Beecher deflects it away from Joe Veleno, who is coming in on the rebound. Lohrei ahead. He has Koepke. Koepke, who had a nice individual effort on his goal to make it 7-2 on Tuesday against New Jersey in the win. Lauko trying to find Beecher. Rinzel takes it away. Pickles will move it ahead for Veleno. Yeah, you heard that right. Pickles. Alex Vlasic. Rinzel shot saved by Swayman. Husnudinov gets it free, and now there's Lauko. Drops for Lohrei in the neutral zone. And he'll guide it in. The Bruins will finish a change. Out will come Minton and Duran. Here is Pat Maroon ahead for Joe Veleno. Riley Duran on the forecheck. I like his speed. He's out of Woburn. Making his NHL debut as family in the house. I believe it's his mom, his dad, his grandma, sister, girlfriend, something like that. Bertuzzi up ahead for Frank Nazar. Negates the icing against Callahan. Chance in front and Husnudinov the breakup. And now here's Minton. He'll flip it into the zone. Both guys playing for Providence Friday night against Charlotte. We saw them live, and now they're both playing in the NHL 6 days later. It's kind of weird. You put $200 on the Bruins and Panthers to win. That's a bad idea. I'm not sure why you put $200 on the on relying on the 2025 Bruins, but that's okay. Zadorov sends it ahead. Here is Middlestat trying to get free from Crevier. Middlestat across. Zacha. Lysell. No! Soderblom kicked it out. Zadorov lost the puck in front. Lysell, that was his best chance at his first NHL goal, and he got robbed by the Soderblom's right pad. Almost. He is so close I can smell it. I can smell his first NHL goal, and that puck deflects out of play with 8:41. Is that delay a game on Middlestat? He threw that puck up into the 6th row from his own end. I think he did. Yeah, it's going to be.
Sam, have you seen any good players' debut goal? Not debut game.
Debut goal?
Debut goal.
Their first goal?
Their first career goal. And a player who's well known at least.
Bedard?
Oh, in person.
Oh, in person?
Yeah.
Ooh.
In person, have you seen anyone's goal?
I saw David Pasternak's first career professional American game. That doesn't count, but if you're looking for goals, I don't know, man. Oh, yes! Parker Wotherspoon. Saw his first NHL goal live. That was pretty cool. But like superstars we're talking about?
Stars, yeah. Our first career game.
I don't know. I saw Callahan's first ever game.
The Canadians guy?
No, Callahan's he's on the Bruins. 79 for
Oh,
Blunt.
that Callahan.
Michael Callahan.
Isn't that Callahan on the Canadians?
Gallagher.
That's Gallagher. I'm thinking Callahan. Jesus.
First ever goal. I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
I have Callahan.
Chicago to the power play for the second time tonight as it's Middlestat for delay of game as he threw the puck over the glass. Ow, that hurt. Let's see. So he... Yeah, light... Oh! Dude, Soderblom, that's ridiculous. That's a glorious stop. And then, okay, Middlestat, let's see. What did you do? Oh, nice one. That wasn't even... Jeez. Nice job. From his own zone, cross ice, over the bench, and out of play. That's great. Lindholm will clear it down. The Bruins will start the penalty kill with a clear. Rinzel gets it in the zone. Plays it around Lindholm, past Peak. Nikita Zadorov will try to get this out off a bounce. Rinzel keeps it in. Teravainen can't keep it in as Bertuzzi takes it away. And the Blackhawks will keep possession, but the puck comes out. Teravainen knocked down by Zadorov. Nazar, turnover. Lindholm, short-handed bid. He gets hooked. And we have a penalty. It's on Chicago. It's going to be on Bedard. It's going to be a hold on Bedard, and the Bruins will be getting a power play at the conclusion of the Bedard, the conclusion of the Middlestat penalty. Yeah, that's not a good penalty to take. Minute 18 to go in the 4-on-4. The Bruins will have a 42-second power play after the penalty on Boston expires. Minton and Husnudinov with Lohrei and Yoki Haru. Minton waved out against Nazar. It'll be Husnudinov on the draw. Face-off is one back. Boston has possession behind their net, behind the Chicago net. Lohrei waits in front, shot blocked there by Levshinov. And now here comes Chicago. Minton, the back check and the poke check away from Teravainen. That could have been bad. Lohrei sends it to Yoki Haru. Fraser Minton. Minton waits. Gets knocked down. Puck bounces over a stick. Jokiharju shoots in a save by Soderblom. Former Blackhawk, by the way. Henry Jokiharju. Husnudinov to the line. Jokiharju keeps this in. Is out there with Wotherspoon now. And now here is Korshinsky. Working it free as Husnudinov. He can't. 30 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Zaka and Lysell out there for the Boston. Zaka almost forcing a turnover. Korchinski ahead. Levshinov plays it in, and the puck comes to Zadorov. Zadorov will wait for his team to get their man out of the box. Bruins will get a power play now. And now here comes Pasternak with some speed. Across the line, trying to curl and drag around the defender. What an effort! And a stop by Soderblom. We have a stoppage. Why do they stop play? Not really sure what happened there. I mean, Pasternak just started flying. But anyway, the Bruins have a power play for the next 30 seconds. Top unit out there: Geeky, Lindholm, Pasternak, Middlestat, and Lohrei. A chance to take a 2-1 lead in the second. Middlestat against Foligno on the draw. On that near side. Blackhawks win it. Pasternak just can't keep it in, just off his skating out. Bruins get it in the zone. Lindholm played past Middlestat. Jammed to the line. Lohrei for Middlestat. Puck bounced on him and ate him up. And it comes out. And that is going to do it for the Bruins power play.
I don't like that they don't capitalize on their power play. I really don't like that.
Well, they never do. Pasternak enters the zone with speed.
It's one thing if you try and you don't get it because it's not that easy. You got 15 minutes, even though you got an advantage. But, like, it's not even getting enough shots on it.
Yeah. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Here's Bedard. Has...
Here's the future Bruin.
Right. Chance goes behind the net. They should definitely take a swing at him for sure.
Yeah, they won't get it.
Nah. They have a lot of draft capital now to work with if they want to get a guy like Bedard. You don't need a top 5 pick if you have Bedard. That's literally your guy.
They're going to use all their draft capital.
They could. They're going to use their first round pick if they don't trade it, and they're going to try to get somebody good. Hopefully, if they get in the top 5, they're fine. Literally, they can't screw it up.
Are they going to be NHL ready right away? Or
Yes. Yeah, they should be. After the top like 6 or 7, it's kind of like not quite.
It's pretty hard in the NHL if they're only the top 5 guys.
Yeah, like Misa, Hagens, Frundell, Schaefer. Those guys are NHL ready. Hagens would be cool because he's a BC guy,
Absolutely.
but Misa is the best player out of a forward that's available. Hustadinov in front, broken up. Yeah, but so if the Bruins were to get Misa, that would be great. What's up, Lava? How are you doing? Minton played back to Callahan to Wotherspoon. Shots are even at 17. 4.5 minutes to go in the second period. 1-1's the score. The Bruins got their goal in the first period from Pasternak and Nick Foligno getting Chicago's to tie it at 1. Marchand scored for Florida. You got to be kidding me. Oh, boy. Puck still pinned along the wall. Duran's in the middle of it. And the Blackhawks get away with it. Get away with the puck. Bedard trying to get the feed from Kurashev. Broken up by Husnudinov. Callahan for Duran. Duran poke-checked. Keeps it alive. Good work against Levshinov. Back to Lohrei. In front, Zaka. Duran stopped by Soderblom. Hit him in the mask. Duran almost got his first NHL goal right there in his first game. Almost.
Let's go, Jaron.
Zaka, right. Lysell keeps it just inside the line. Lohrei. Middlestat. In front, trying to find Lohrei. The pass got broken up by Donato. Peak keeps it just inside the line again. The Bruins still have the puck in the zone. The Blackhawks eventually get it out. And it's an icing with 3:06 to go. Breaking news, the Bruins power play still sucks. Nothing new there. Bruins win the draw. Pasternak waiting. Zadorov's down low. Geeky, what a save. Soderblom in front on Geeky. Yikes. Chance in front and the pass is broken up. Moore. Pasternak knocks him off the puck. Moore. Nazar broken up. Zadorov in trouble. He'll try to get this ahead to Lindholm. Here is Lindholm with it. Geeky enters the zone. Over to Pasternak. In front. Saved by Soderblom. They go to commercial. Yeah, Marchand did get the goal. You gotta be kidding me. I will never live that down. Those bastards. Does this look right to you? Does that look right to you? Marchand in a Florida jersey. Ugh.
It should be in this color right here. Yellow, not red.
Yeah. Brutal. No thanks.
2.
Can you do an MLB home run song? I'm not doing those song or horn rankings anymore. So probably not. Yeah. Let's see. Marchand's first goal is a Panther. Oh, it's a breakaway. Of course it is. Uvis Balinskis finds Marchand in alone and he scores. Brutal. Ugh. 2:27 to play in the second, tied at 1. First 10,000 fans at the Garden on Tuesday against the Devils will receive a Bruins ice cube tray. What the hell? Over 400 prizes, including a 2026 Stadium Series package. That could be interesting. Going to the
Ice tray. What is it? Fucking yellow ice tray?
Yeah, probably. Nazar. The Bruins have a stadium game next year. They'll be playing the Lightning down at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa next year on February 1st. What's that?
Sam will be there sitting on the pirate ship.
Yep, sure. Yep, totally. I will be there live. Now, I might go for... I'll see. Let's see if I'll go for BNG media credentials.
Well, it is during break, so...
February 1st? No. No, it's not the Winter Classic.
Oh, yeah, it's the regular one.
It's the non-Winter Classic Stadium games. Nazar drops back. Del Mastro shoots. It goes wide.
It's like the one where Rangers play the Islanders.
Yeah. Chance for a Teravainen shot. Goes wide of the net. Bertuzzi for Rinzel. Cuts against Geeky. In front, Lindholm breaks it up with a minute and a half to go in the second. Geeky dumps in the zone in on Soderblom from center. He plays it aside for Del Mastro. Minute 15. Who the F wants an ice cube tray anyway? Yeah, great question. Minton takes it away. Minton in alone. Saved by Soderblom. He tried going 5-hole and Soderblom didn't bite. Minton almost had goals in back-to-back games. Wotherspoon to Callahan up ahead. Minton for Duran. Duran's shot gets blocked. Minton in front. To the line. Here's Wotherspoon for Minton. Puck played off his stick. 40 seconds to go in the period. Duran tied up. Veleno for Del Mastro. Played over to Levshinov down to 25 seconds. Moved ahead. We have an icing here against Chicago at 22.9. Oh yeah, Zadorov's son's name is Zlatan Zadorov. That is an A+ Russian name. Zlatan. Wow. Middlestat wins the draw, plays it past Kepke. Zaka, Kepke, Middlestat. That's the line we're throwing out right now? Really? Okay. Zaka for Middlestat enters the zone. Del Mastro and Middlestat battling for position. Final seconds of the period. And it's going to be 1-1 at the end of 2.
Updates on scores around the league.
Yeah, we can. End of second period. Okay, hold on. 2 seconds, Chad. I'll give you some score updates. Although it's ticking on the bottom of the screen, so they can see it. And I'm keeping that updated as the game's going on. Let's see here. Panthers lead the Red Wings 3-1. Ooh, I almost just dropped my phone. 3-1 at the end of 2. Buffalo leads Columbus 2-1 at the end of 2. Carolina leads Washington 2-1 at the end of 1. Rangers lead the Islanders 4-0 in the second. The Jets have a 1-0 lead on the Stars. That's a big game in the Central in the first. Nino Niederreiter, the goal there. Canucks and Blackhawks at 9. Predators and Utah at 9. Kraken and Golden Knights at 10. Ducks and Kings at 10. That's around the league in the NHL. In MLB, we only have 6 games today. Cover your ears. Guardians beat the White Sox 6-1. I said cover your ears. Royals beat the Twins 3-2. Rockies beat the Brewers 7-2. Angels beat the Rays 11-1. Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 4-3 and 10. Trevor Story a walk-off. Phillies and Braves tied at 1 in the 6th. That's the only games going on in baseball tonight. So yeah, the Sabres are officially eliminated, by the way, from playoff contention, which, by the way, means, okay, the Buffalo Sabres have missed the playoffs for an NHL record straight 14 years.
Just like the Jets.
Yeah.
New York.
Just like the New York Jets, yeah. Yeah. It's honestly pathetic, actually. I don't know. The last time the Sabres made the playoffs, Connor Bedard was 5 years old. The Atlanta Thrashers were still around. The Vegas Golden Knights weren't even a thought yet. Connor McDavid was in high school. The Leafs still haven't done shit since '67. We were kids. Nicholas Lidstrom was still the Red Wings' top defenseman. Yep. So. Ay. Let's run the second intermission. 1-1's the score in Boston. Why is this blurry on the screen? I'm gonna leave it at versus. I don't care. Think you're moving to LA in a couple years? Okay. So with a Rangers win and a Wings, Jackets, and Islanders loss in regulation with only 1 point, the Montreal Canadiens make their spot in the 2025 postseason. Yeah, so Montreal literally needs to get a point tomorrow and they're in. It's crazy. Oh, what is this, Kyle? What is this? Pick your 3 favorite appetizers. 6. Mozzarella sticks. Nachos. And I'm torn between spinach dip or guacamole. Because, like, spinach and artichoke dip is actually pretty good, but I'm going to go guac. So, nachos, guacamole, and mozzarella sticks. That's your 3 favorite appetizers on this list. The list is buffalo wings, spinach dip, bloomin' onion, nachos, calamari, mozzarella sticks, jalapeno poppers, crab cakes, guacamole. What are your 3, Kyle?
My 3 are blooming onion, number 1 from Outback,
Yeah.
and nachos and then mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella sticks are so valid.
Hate guacamole.
You don't like avocado?
Spinach.
If Montreal plays Toronto in the playoffs, I'm hoping for a very large asteroid. Wow.
So now you're gonna do this one too.
What am I doing? Oh, you found another one? Pick a pasta.
Okay, Pasternak, you can't pick.
Okay. Ooh.
You can show the screen and see what they want to pick too. There's 9 options.
I'm going to go marinara. I'm going to go carbonara. These are not very popular options here. If lasagna was on this list.
Lasagna and chicken parm, you got me signed up.
Bolognese. Maybe. Nah, maybe that. Anyone Bruin... yeah, any Bruins fans as old as I am cannot root for Montreal. Yeah, no. I'm cheering for whoever wins the series to beat them. Unless it's Florida, then I can't do that. Well, I can actually. Unless it's... Yeah. Anyway. What's that? Are you going to OSO for dinner? Where are you guys going?
Chili is my favorite.
Aww.
Chili's.
Damn.
You like Chili's too, Sam?
I do. Triple dipper?
I just like the 3 for me. 3 things for $10.99.
That's what it is. It's a triple decker.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Get my chicken sandwich. And then the chips and salsa are so good. Oh my god.
The sliders there are so good.
Luckily, it's pretty close.
I'm starting to see the similarities between these two. It's Don Sweeney and Squidward. Nice job, DJ. Don. Kyle. No difference. Nice job. You guys are going to... Oh, damn. Chili's. That sounds so good right now. Not going to lie.
Luckily, it doesn't close till 10:30.
Yeah.
Just getting back now from internship.
Where is it? Where's Chili's?
It's right in Bellingham. It's like 8 minutes away. Right, exit 43.
Oh,
So
okay.
you take a right next to Old Navy and all that stuff.
Now I know what you're talking about.
Right across the street's Walmart.
Oh yeah, I was at that Walmart a few weeks ago.
Yeah, with the market basket.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. You miss Coyle? I kind of miss Coyle too, but I like Middlestat, so it's okay. So. Connor, I saw your message a few minutes ago. I know what you're saying. We hope you guys have fun at Chili's.
Signed up with a free chips and salsa.
It's not free.
I think it is. Maybe if you're a member, at least.
Thought it was complimentary.
Oh, it's definitely
Is LA a nice place? Certain spots.
Yeah, you get it every time if you spend $5, so pretty much free.
Hmm.
But you gotta get certain-
Phillies and Braves are in rain delay. First move as Bruins GM would be to put me as the coach. Yikes. I'd rather be the GM than the coach. Play the game of Sam trying to get the bottle in the basket in the trash can. That was the most anticlimactic bounce of all
Kinda
time.
looked like the Kawhi shot.
The Kawhi shot. Is this the dagger? Yo, put this back in. I gotta take out my trash later. I'd be great? No, I would not. Not as a coach. No way. If I was a GM, I might have a shot at being good. Ugh. But.
Far away shit.
Oh, is she not here yet?
Like taking pictures or something for them.
Oh, was she? Oh yeah, I saw it on the theater Instagram account on their story. Yeah.
20 minutes away.
She's still 20 minutes away.
Looks like she doesn't work.
Uh-oh. Well, you guys might not be going out tonight.
Oh, it's 10:30.
Well, yeah, but still.
Here's our schedule.
Hey.
Sunday week. 30. Lovely.
Western Michigan advances to the national championship game. BU versus Penn State's next. Ooh, and the Frozen Four. Oof.
If only
Would they beat Denver in double overtime?
Bentley won the first round. It's at BC.
Yeah. Penn State and BU. Western Michigan in double overtime. Damn. I'll tell you what, St. Louis got their money's worth. Saturday at the championship game. Should be a good game, actually. If it's Western Michigan and BU or Penn State. Damn. Still an intermission here. 1-1 at the end of 2. I think the third period's coming up after this commercial break, right? You can check timing on that. Yeah. Third period about to start. Here we go. Who do you think the Celtics will play round 1? I have not thought about the Celtics playoffs at all, speaking of they lost by 20 to the Magic last night. They didn't score 80 points. They'd play the winner of Orlando and Atlanta. Oy, oy, oy. The Warriors are hot and cold? Yep. They are. We're waiting for the third period to start here. Tied at 1 in the third. If you just missed it, Pasternak had the Bruins goal. And as shocker. And then Nick Foligno had the Chicago goal. Tie things up. Make sure if you have not yet, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We are 16 away. If you have not yet, hit the subscribe button. Owen Michaels wins it in double overtime for Western Michigan, beating Denver. That's crazy.
Michaels is the hero.
It's not the Broncos we're talking about. We want their coach, actually. If the Bruins were to get Denver's coach, David Carl.
Being college coach will fit right in right away.
He has... There is a...
Joe Sacco deserves another chance.
No. He's had most of the season. It's not his fault, but he's had most of the season. What's up?
Isn't that much to work with?
Exactly. They just need a complete reset. They just need a complete reset. Third period about to start. Oh yeah, Kyle's vibing to the music.
Come with me now. Come with me now.
Official certified banger. Bruins will be going from left to right. In the home Blackhawks will be going from right to left in the road whites. I saw Connor Long get hurt. Yep.
I've wasted time, I've wasted breath. I think I've thought myself to death.
Third period is underway. Bruins have possession. Peak off of a Blackhawks sticking in the zone. Levshinov plays it around. It was a pleasant surprise actually having you in the room tonight for a lot of this game.
Yeah.
Peak shot saved by Soderblom. Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise. I did not expect to have you in the room tonight. Gotta be honest. What's up?
I like the Bruins, and also I like Connor Bedard, so I can't miss.
Yeah, sure.
I just like fun young players. Like, I want to be able to watch Bedard, Sobrini.
Mm-hmm. Geeky, Lindholm, Pasternak out there. The top unit was Zadorov and Jokiharju. Blackhawks win the draw and they thread it ahead. Frank Nazar is going to negate the icing. Plays it around the net. Puck comes to Renzel at the left point, at the right point. Shot taken away by Zadorov on the intentionally wide shot. Lindholm drops it for Geeky. Lindholm's one-timer saved by Soderblom. Lindholm for Geeky. Into Pasternak. Tied up there by Nazar, taking him down. Vlasic has some space, moves it ahead. Geeky negates the dump out. Lindholm trying to find Pasternak. Broken up there by Vlasic. Geeky. The puck is caught by Vlasic, and he'll move it ahead for Chicago. Oh, yeah, Peak. Yeah, he's playing tonight. He's played all night long. I guess you just haven't noticed I've said his name tonight, Ronnie. But he's been out there all night. Wotherspoon for Lysell. Puck deflects to Middlestat. In front, Lysell was backdoor trying to find his first NHL goal. Could not connect. Mikheyev dumps in on the backhand. Swayman to Callahan. Lifts it ahead. Lysell almost had a breakaway. Almost. He gets it back. Wotherspoon saved the rebound. Middlestat in front. He got poke checked. Mikheyev beats Wotherspoon. Gets it into the zone. Mikheyev around the net. Bedard gets beat. Levshinov keeps it in for Chicago. Mikheyev out. Bedard shoots. A weak shot goes wide. Shots are 25-17 Boston. They're actually winning in the shots department. That's a pleasant surprise. They don't do that very often anymore. Bedard on the backhand puts it in deep. Koepke trying to move this ahead. He got poke checked. Peak trying to get it back to Koepke. Can't. Joe Veleno, former Red Wing, across the line, tied up there by Koepke. Slaggert for Maroon. Weak pass taken away there by Lauko. 3-on-2 with Beecher and Koepke. Lauko. Koepke deflection goes wide. Lauko trying to find Koepke. Almost. Great idea from Lauko, though. Hunter Slaggert for Joe Veleno. Peak takes it away. And flips it to center. So we're 3 minutes into the third. 1-1. Renzel enters the zone. Renzel waiting in front. Kurashev delaying the score. Ryan Donato, former Bruin again. And the Blackhawks take a 2-1 lead. What are the Red Wings doing? Are they blowing it? Well, they're playing the Panthers, to be fair.
I have a 16 parlay though. $60.
Jokiharju gets it in the zone. Vlasic plays it around. Minson keeps it in. Pickles. Nick Foligno has the first Chicago goal. All three players that have scored in tonight's game have worn a Bruins jersey in their life. Pasternak, Foligno, Donato. Two of which were Bruins draft picks, Pasternak and Donato.
Whatever happened to Donato?
Traded him?
For what?
Don't remember.
That's not a good sign.
Pasternak looking in front. Lindholm for Geeky. A shot, and it got blocked in front. To the line. Oh, Callahan. That was a hot pass for Geeky to handle. Bertuzzi takes it away. Has Teravainen in front. Bertuzzi scores! There's another former Bruin that scored.
I think everyone this game has been improving.
Tyler Bertuzzi, 3-1 Chicago.
Sam, you don't mind losing.
No, I know. 3 Yeah, they should be if they spend their money. We'll see if they spend enough in New England down at Foxborough. More for Bedard. When it rains, it pours. It does pour. Kevin Korchinski.
What is going on?
3 goals in about a minute and a half. And it's 4.
Is that 3 goals?
It is. Yeah. Holy moly. Wow. Will the Bruins try to get any sort of damage control and try to get one back? Oh, God. Oh, no, here they come again. Oh, that's the first non-former Bruin to score for Chicago tonight, by the way. Kevin Korchinski has not played for the Bruins in his career. Oh, my God. I don't know what just happened, but Chicago just scored 3 goals in a minute 33 to take a 4-1 lead. This game has been flipped on its head. God. Ay. Here is Yoki Haru. For Marat Husnudinov, he enters the zone, has Minson cutting to the front. Around the net now, plays it to the line. Callahan shoots. The rebound goes wide. Duran on the rebound. In behind the net, Rinzel's got it. Husnudinov to the line. Callahan. Wotherspoon right point. Backhands it in deep. Fraser Minson. Duran to the line. Callahan waiting. Duran. Feels like I'm calling a preseason game, all these guys out here. Jeez. Minson. Out top. Tipped by Husnudinov, goes wide. Duran the wraparound. Soderblom keeps it out, and he gets thrown out of the crease.
Chat. I had a good time watching until obviously the 3rd period hit, but it was actually a really good game besides that.
Yeah. All right. See you, Kyle.
See you later.
Well, well, well. Wow, this game. Oy vey.
My keys fell off.
Oh, they're right there.
I don't want to be too good at it.
Bruins trying to get a Canucks level upset. Oh yeah, scoring 3 goals in the final minute. Yeah, right. See ya. Kraken, I'm really hoping you beat Vegas tonight. And the Flyers play Saturday. They beat the Rangers 8-5 last night. They beat the Islanders Saturday. They play the Islanders Saturday. Oh, boy. Well, well, well. Hey. What the hell has gone on here? 314, 423, 447. Oh, boy. If the Kraken wins, what does it do, like, playoff-wise for the West? Well, no, it helps the Bruins in the try to get a better draft pick for the tank. Wow. 3 former Bruins have scored on the Bruins tonight. Foligno, Donato, Bertuzzi. 4 of 5 goal scorers have worn a Bruins jersey at some point in their career. Lindholm wins the draw. Zadorov trying to find Pasternak. Pass is deflected out by Kurashev. Lindholm for Jokiharju. Back to Lindholm off his skate. What happened? I was here when we were up 1. The real Bruins decided to show up. Will the real Slim Shady please show up? Geeky Zadorov. Around the net. Gets knocked down by Rinzel. Puck comes to Pasternak and tied up down low. Picked up by Nick Foligno. The Bruins might throw the rest of the games here. And honestly, that's not a bad idea for draft draft selections. Jokiharju off of Lysell, who had the best game of this NHL stint against the Devils Tuesday. Tonight he's been invisible besides a 1 scoring chance. Peak for Lowry. Middle stat ahead for Peak. Zacha trying to find Lysell. Cannot. It's broken up by Frank Nazar. Peak. Zacha for Fabian Lysell. He'll enter the zone. Closed off there by Del Mastro. The Islanders scored 1. Whoop de frickin' do. Peak ahead. Beecher knocked down. Puck comes to Koepke. Koepke around the net. To the line, Callahan for Lauko. To the line, Wotherspoon for Lauko. Throws it on net. Save, rebound. Beecher in front. Koepke batting at it. Soderblom knocks it away with the blocker. Korchinski ahead. Bedard whips it across for Mikheyev. Mikheyev spins back against Callahan. Out top, Levshinov couldn't play it. Callahan for Wotherspoon. For reference, the Blackhawks have 3 shots in the 3rd period. All of them have gone in. Wotherspoon ahead. Durand for Minton. Jokiharju enters the zone. Del Mastro knocking into him. Here's Minton spinning. Jokiharju trying to find Minton in front, broken up. Husnadinov to the line. Zadorov for Durand. Little give and go with Zadorov. Zadorov going to cut to the inside, can't. Husnadinov's got it. Minton in front off a stick and it goes wide. Zadorov off Maroon and out. Zadorov enters the zone. Oh, for confusion, I'm not streaming the Providence-Hartford game tomorrow. That might be confusing to some people. I'm not. I'm just watching the game with friends. Donato. Husnadinov takes it away. He drops his stick. Peak wrapped up by Donato. Saturday. Well, Saturday's just a podcast with Mark and Dave, with Mark, David, and Kenny on Saturday at noon. Sunday's the game against Pittsburgh. 9:48 to play, and one has been a game that's been flipped on its head. They go to commercial. I go away for a few minutes and the roof is caved in. As we're in commercial break, 9:48 to play.
Example here at Steinbrenner Field in 10.
Having Hershey pie from Burger King. They have desserts at Burger King. Okay. I see we're back to the typical fewer than 3 goals per game. Yeah. Bipolar Bruins. They go from scoring 7 against a good team to giving up 3 in 93 seconds to a bad team. So flying cars do exist? What? Yeah. Lindholm, Geeky, Pasternak with Lohrei and Peak. Foligno, Donato, Kurashev with Vlasic and Rinzel for Chicago. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday. I'm glad I have tomorrow off. I have no classes on Fridays this semester. I'm actually happy about that. What the hell happened, Sam? The 2025 Bruins decided to join us. That's what happened. Lohrei, puck deflects out. It's going to roll back down. This will not be icing. The Blackhawks, once again, I bring up that they scored 3 goals in a minute 33. Peak ahead for Lindholm. Pasternak enters the zone, through the legs, nice move to the net, broken up. Lindholm to Callahan. In down low, Korshinsky tied up with Pasternak. Puck comes to Pasternak. In front, Geeky scores! Morgan Geeky. With 8:52 to play, the Bruins are within 2. Morgan Geeky gets his 31st goal of the season, and his hot stretch continues. Well, this is a good play for Morgan Geeky. Good shot on a good feed from Pasternak. Geeky gets his 31st. He's got 17 points in his last 9 games, including 7 goals. Oh, Blackhawks keep it in, deflected away, and a shot from Nazar just misses wide of the net. Nazar, Bertuzzi to the line. Pass from Levshinov, broken up by Lysell. Gets what's going on. What's up, Stassi? How we doing? Middle stat, waiting. Lysell tied up. Zaka, spinning against Nazar. Yes, I know. Marchand scored his first as a Panther. No need to troll. Lysell shot over the net. Zadorov's got it at the back of the point. In deep, Nazar tied up. Puck comes to Del Mastro. Moved it ahead for Teravainen. He enters the zone. Over to Bedard. Lysell, good back check, knocking him off the puck. Middle stat for Peak. Bruins will make a change. Peak will dump in. 7.5 left. Bruins down 4-2. It was 4-1. It's now 4-2. Lauko takes it away. Offensive zone chance of the Bees here. Lauko to Lohrei. Fires one on net. Tipped by Beecher. Just goes wide. Lauko, Beecher, back to Lauko. Little give and go. Lauko. Lohrei out top. Out in the high slot. Now at the right point. Lohrei waiting. Shovels it in deep to Koepke. Lauko receives it in the corner. Beecher's in front. If that was a right-handed stick, that's a one-timer. Lauko cutting, shooting, misses over the net on a good try from Lauko. Peak, Lohrei, good shift from the fourth line. Rinzel will get this puck out. It comes to Mikheyev. Peak the poke check, and the Blackhawks will be forced to tag up and make sure they're onside. Wotherspoon ahead for Geeky. Bruins enter the zone. Geeky waiting. Trying to find Pasternak. Gets played around the net. Maroon beat by Lindholm. Geeky lifts a stick of Veleno. Lindholm tied up there by Crevier. Slaggert and Pasternak in there as well. Slaggert gets it ahead to Korchinski for Maroon. Blackhawks get it into the zone around the net. They're in chew clock mode. 6 minutes to go. The Bruins need 2. Geeky ahead. It's kept in just inside the line by Veleno. And nope, they're going to say it's offside with 5:54 to play. As they go to TV timeout, 5:54 to play. Blackhawks lead 4-2. Panthers lead the Red Wings 4-1. Columbus takes a 3-2 lead on Buffalo. Hurricanes tied it against the Capitals. Tied it against the Hurricanes. Well, Josiah, are you here? Are you in chat tonight? Haven't seen him at all. He was here earlier.
Robin Hood.
I'm here whenever I can be. What's going on, Lava? Thanks for stopping by. This is the season, pretty much. In a song. Is that my theme song? Nope, that's the Bruins season in a nutshell. I'll play your song next commercial break. Or next TV, next stoppage. Hey, stop, play with 5:36. This is yours. You're the historian. We gotta have Paris. You're the patented stream historian, so stream Bruins historian. So we gotta have Paris. It's a classic. It's a classic piece of organ music. Man, Teravainen lost the puck in his skates, and Minson gets it in the zone. Yes, it was John Kiley. Yes. Nazar gets this puck out of the zone, though, just over 5 minutes to play. Jokiharju enters the zone. As we're now in the Black and Gold Productions Final 5. Middle stat for Lysell. Husnadinov. Where's Zaka? Haven't seen him in a bit. Lysell goes down, and now here's Frank Nazar. Chance here. Lorai's on him. Chance for Bertuzzi. Broken up. Moore in front, and Peak gets it away. Middle stat. Ahead. Zaka. Just past middle stat. Here comes Mikheyev. Mikheyev gets it in around the net. You gotta think they're gonna try to pull Swayman here probably in the next minute. Lorai for Lysell. Gets knocked down by Del Mastro. Middle stat in there as well. Here comes Mikheyev with just over 4 minutes to go. Shot by Crevier is stopped by Swayman. Left for Callahan. Ahead for Middlestat at the end of a shift. Gets it to Pasternak. Over to Wotherspoon. Into Geekie. Just over his stick. Callahan keeps it in. Here's Lindholm. Callahan at the point. Pasternak waiting. Cuts to his right. Across for Geekie. Pass broken up. They pull Swayman. Extra attacker out there. It is Zacha. Callahan trying to keep this in. Puck is popped up and it goes out of play with 3:21 to go. When was the last time the Bruins had 30 shots on goal? Well, it's tonight. This is crazy. The last time the Bruins had 30 shots on goal, I think Marchand was still on the team. Oh my god. Bruins win the draw. Shot from Lohrei blocked. Zacha, Lindholm, Middlestat, Geekie, Pasternak, and Lohrei. Lindholm, saved by Soderblom. The rebound goes wide. What a powerful move by Lindholm, cutting to the inside. Just could not put it home. Soderblom's been good tonight. 2 saves and 2 goals given up on 30 shots. He's got 28 saves tonight. Lohrei drops for Pasternak. 2:45 to go. Pasternak gets it in the zone. Pasternak grabs it off a battle. Lohrei fires one on net. Saved by Soderblom with 2:35. John Kiley was the Bruins organist from 41 to 84. Damn. Minton, Lysell, Kepke, Husnudinov, Jokiharju, and somebody else for the Bruins. I didn't tell who the other one was. It's Zadorov. Husnudinov. In front, tip by Kepke, stop. Zadorov keeps it in. Lysell. Drops it. Minton. Oh, Nazar almost beat him. Up for grabs. Lysell in for Kepke. Husnudinov with it. To the line. Zadorov at the right point. Shovels it in deep. Minton guides it along to Lysell with under 2 minutes to play. Jokiharju cuts against Mikheyev. Waiting. In front. Pass broken up. Bruins keep it alive. It's Kepke. Zadorov for Kepke. Has trouble with it. Gets it through. In front. Minton can't get it in front. Zadorov shoots and it goes wide. Lysell. Minute and a half. Jokiharju. Puck comes to Del Mastro. Blackhawks will play it around. The puck will come out. Zadorov's down to 1:25. The Bruins will make changes. The top 6-man unit will come out. Pasternak will wait for some support. He'll flip it in the zone. Blocker to side by Soderblom. Kept it in by Geekie. Zacha plays it around. Pasternak has to keep it in. He reaches and does. Lindholm gets knocked down by Foligno. He gets it into Middlestat. Middlestat in front. Lindholm tips it wide. Final minute of play. Bruins need 2. Zacha for Pasternak. Lohrei fires it on net. Soderblom the save. Rebound in front. Zacha's blocked. Another chance in front. Kept out. Lohrei for Pasternak against Bedard. Pasternak gets hooked. Penalty coming. Chicago has the puck with 39.2. The Bruins will go to the power play. It's going to be on Bedard. Pasternak drawing a penalty with 39 seconds. The Bruins could use 2. Timeout, Boston.
this 100% employee-owned company. This was a 1-1 game entering the third period where the Blackhawks reeled off 3 unanswered goals in a 93-second span. Bruins production tonight, Pasternak and Geekie each with a goal and an assist. And you see the shot totals, 33-20 in favor of the Bruins.
Timeouts. The Bruins will have their 6. They're still have their 6 out there. Lowry, Middlestat, Lindholm, Geekie, Pasternak, Zacha. Foligno, Mikheyev, Vlasic, and Rinzel for Chicago. Zacha wins it back. Lowry for Pasternak, plays it off the bounce. Lowry keeps it in, eventually. No, he didn't. Vlasic, 2-0. Nick Foligno scores. Nazar spins. More down to 10 seconds. And the Chicago Blackhawks are going to beat the Boston Bruins 5-2 tonight. Man. Make sure to subscribe if you like the play-by-play. Yeah, Chicago wins this one 5-2. This will improve Chicago to 23, 46, and 10. And the Bruins will fall to 32, 39, and 9. Doing some work stuff. All good, Josiah. There's not much to be said anyway. Chicago with a huge win. Well, not a huge win. Huge win for the Bruins' sake for drafts positioning. So. Well, that's it for this one. Blackhawks win 5-2. Bruins' next game is on Sunday against the Penguins, a 3:30 start. Yeah, cool kids, like making the playoffs. I wish. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, that video just popped up on my For You page on TikTok. Okay. Thank you. That's the right song I'm looking for. Won't be there for Saturday's game. It's Sunday. Saturday's the podcast, Sunday's the game. But yeah, Bruins fall in a game where it was tied at 1 going to the third period. They give up 3 quick ones. And they lose. Is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the new presentation of the live streams tonight. The new graphic on the screen and the new bug that we had for tonight. It's a new little thing we're testing out. Thank you. Maybe it's time to become a Caps fan? Yeah, right. Yeah. I will say I'm probably going to cheer for you guys out of the East. I'm cheering for the Kings first. Kings are going to be my team. But I'll mainly be paying attention to Providence Bruins. If the season were to end today, they would be playing the Lehigh Valley Phantoms in the first round, and I'm confident that Providence will beat Lehigh Valley in a 3-game series. So. Somebody said that somebody said that I needed that they wanted me to call Ovechkin's goal. I will say I did watch it live when it happened. That's for sure. But anyway. Alright, that's going to do it for me tonight. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on your post notifications so that you never miss when we go live or upload here on the channel. 2 more Bruins streams to go this season. Make sure to follow me on social media. You can see it down below. Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, or X for those who are calling it whatever they want to call it. X, Y, and Z. Da-da-da-da-da. Links down below in the description. Bruins fall again. 32, 39, and 9. They lose this one 5-2. I will see you guys on Sunday for the game against the Penguins. 3:30 start, which means a 3:25 start here. But Saturday at 12 p.m., episode 388 of the Black and Gold Hockey Podcast. Myself, Mark Allred, David Collins, Kenny Kaminsky. Make sure to join us. For now, I will see you guys next time. The Blackhawks win this one 5-2 against the Bruins. See you guys on Saturday for the podcast, and see you guys on Sunday for the Bruins against the Penguins in their second to last game of the season. Bye, guys.